We hear a lot of people who keep Gouldians saying that genetics is too complicated, so I want to explain the basics. This information is an example of what most people find overwhelming. I promise that everyone can have some understanding and that it will add to your enjoyment of this wonderful hobby. So, starting with the basics, there are some terms that you need to know. The word trait just means one part of a bird's appearance. For example, purple breast color is a trait. You hear a lot about chromosomes and genes. Genes are part of chromosomes. It's important to know that birds have two types of chromosomes. These are called autosomes and sex chromosomes. It's important because traits on sex chromosomes are inherited differently from those on autosomes. Finches have 39 pairs of chromosomes, with one pair being the sex chromosomes. These also determine if the bird is a cock or a hen. The next terms to understand are dominant and recessive. They both relate to the traits. The most important thing here is that dominant traits can appear with just one gene, but recessive traits usually require two genes, one from each parent, in order to appear. Returning to the two types of chromosomes, if a recessive trait is sex-linked, it will be seen in a hen with only one copy. So, the most important thing on this slide is the difference between autosomal and sex-linked recessive traits. For autosomal, both parents must pass it on to a pair, but for sex-linked, a recessive trait can show on a hen with only one copy. A black-headed hen is a good example of this. Let's look at the appearance of a sex-linked trait. A recessive black-headed gene in a cock will not be seen because it is recessive to the dominant red-headed gene. However, it will be seen in the hen because she only has one sex-linked gene carrying information. Two other words to understand are phenotype and genotype. Phenotype is the appearance, and genotype is the genetic information. Now, let's look at the conventions used for genetics of Gouldians. An abbreviation in uppercase indicates that it is dominant. For example, red head or purple breast and yellow back. An abbreviation in lowercase shows that this is recessive. For example, black head or yellow head or white breast or Australian yellow and blue backed. When looking up genetics in reference tables, rounded corners indicate that it is sex-linked. For example, you can see that a sex-linked trait is always on a Z chromosome and that yellow back is dominant sex-linked, while cinnamon is recessive sex-linked. In a similar way, angled corners are used to indicate an autosome. For example, purple-breasted is dominant autosomal and white-breasted is recessive autosomal. Hopefully this short video has helped with the basics of genetics. To build upon these basics, I suggest you now watch our companion video that is a summary of Gouldian genetics. You'll find it on the YouTube channel called Gouldian Care. A lot more information is also available in this book, Gouldian Finches, Care, Breeding and Genetics by Tony Hanks, available for purchase on Amazon. I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to know more about Gouldians. I hope you found this video helpful and that you have every success in this wonderful hobby. Thanks for watching and listening. For more educational videos about Gouldians, be sure to subscribe to the Gouldian Care channel on YouTube.